Awesome. Welcome to the call, guys. Thanks for hopping on. We're going to dive right in and go into some of the announcements. Now, I went into the news to see what was going on, and earlier I saw that we're going to have site maintenance tonight, but now it's not showing up, so I don't know. So if any of your customers or challengers are like, I can't log on, I can't do anything, I think it's supposed to start around midnight tonight, or maybe 3 a.m. our time. I don't know. So there might be site maintenance if anybody has any issues with the websites tonight. And if you are going to Riviera Maya next year for the Success Club trip, March 31st is the last day to make sure that you stay up on your Success Club points or you will be disqualified. So you need to have so many points each quarter. So March 31st marks the end of the first quarter, and you need to have 10 Success Club points by then in order to not be disqualified. If you paid your deposit, which you had to if you signed up for that trip already, it's non-refundable. So just make sure that you're helping as many people as possible, and if you're all in for that trip, then you're all in. So there's no excuses, and just help as many people as you possibly can. Tap back into why you're doing this. And then we have an opportunity call this Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Jen and Jenna Crosser are going to be talking to us. So let's see how many people we can invite. If we can each get 2 of our friends to come to this, or 2 of our sponsors or whatever, think of how fast our team is going to grow and the difference that it's going to make in their lives. Okay, we have a live power hour tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link is posted in Team Strong page, so feel free to go there and get that. And then we have a prayer meeting Thursday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. And then we do have a few new coaches on the team. We have Chantel Stewart, Jesse Swanner, and Jessica Allen. Welcome to the team. We're excited to have you. And I want to give all of you guys shout outs for taking time out of your day and making this call a freaking priority, because that is you setting this time aside and growing the community, strengthening the community, and investing in your business. And that's freaking awesome. So did I forget anything, Jen? I think I got it all.
Super Saturday. I cannot stress enough, you guys. Super Saturday. You need to find one in your area and just go. When I first signed up, I was terrified. This is the part that freaked me out, was going and being around a bunch of people I had never met before. Freaked me out. But I went, and it was in a basement with 2 other people, and it was even creepier. But I went, and I met the most 2 amazing people ever, and I watched the corporate video, and from that point, I grew confidence enough to go to my next one, and my next one. And now, I have never missed one. I even hosted my own when I was snowed in at a local grocery store with 7, 8 other women, and now I'm on the DC Market Council, co-hosting and putting the whole show together. So I strongly encourage you guys to please get your freaking tickets. It's like 2 to 3 hours. You don't even have to stay for the workout if you really do not have time, but there is one in your area, and I want you guys to get there, because I'm telling you, it will hype you up. It will put fire in your soul. It is like the mini summit, and you do not want to miss it. So that's the only one I had.
That's awesome. Yes, that is very true. That's a good one. So let's dive right into the material that we have. We are going to be going over creating challengers from our free groups, because we know that the belief process starts with getting them believing in themselves. It starts with them investing in their health, becoming a challenger, growing that belief, becoming a coach, and then paying it forward to other people. That's the process for it. So I'm going to give a few tips. Jen's going to give a few tips, and then that's going to be the call. We'll open it up for a question if you guys have any questions at the end of that. But the first tip that I have, and it's super simple. You guys might be like, oh, really? That's your tip? Come on, Jen. But it's legit, because how many of you guys actually go through and form them and question them like you would a normal invitation, like the normal invitation process for an accountability group, people that are actually investing in their health with the challenge pack? How many times do you go through that same extensive question, like that conversation? Do you do that with your free groups? Because if not, you're missing out on a huge opportunity. So anytime I invest in a free group, or I invest my time with inviting people to the groups, I ask 3 main questions. The first one is, what are your goals for the year? doesn't matter what group it is. It's a lot easier if the free group is going to be food or fitness related, because clearly that ties in. Otherwise, you're going to have to form them a little bit, get to know them, especially if they're a stranger from a Discover group or whatever on Facebook. But I always ask goals. What are your goals? What are your biggest obstacles for reaching your goals? And what's your current nutrition look like? Because when you ask them that for the free group, at the end of the group or the middle of the group, you're going to check in with them. Girl, you're totally rocking the group. Thank you for your participation. I love it. You're basically doing what I do already. You rock. I leave it at that. I kind of give a winky face, like I just plant that seed, because we are farmers and we are just building relationships, planting seeds, and watching that grow. So I go back to that same person later in the week and I'm like, hey, just wanted to touch base with you. I have an accountability group coming up on this date. Do you have any interest being in it? The reason I ask is because I really think it's going to be beneficial for, and then I list off their obstacles that they have. So I can touch back to what they're struggling with: time management, meal prep, planning ahead, nutrition, Shakeology. Hello, I don't have time to eat breakfast. Okay, do you have 2 minutes? Do you have 2 minutes to do it the night before and put it in the freezer and get it out for your lunch the next day? Because that's an option too. So number one tip is to really ask those questions for the free group so you can touch back on them when you invite them to the accountability group. Okay, the second one is, do you give the same experience for your free groups? Do you create that same energy, that same experience for them as you do with your accountability groups? Because if not, then you're missing out. Why? If your free group is a total dud, and it's funny because my free group right now, like there's 3 of us co-leading it and it's pretty quiet. But you know what? Life got busy last week for not only us, but for everybody in the group. I've touched base with every single person in there, but that falls on me. Like if I'm not creating that energy and I'm not showing up every day, because that's what we expect of them, then it might be a dud. Why would they want to go into an accountability group, like a full-on invest in their health accountability group with a challenge pack? Why would they want to do that if they're not getting that awesome experience with the free group? So that would be the challenge for that one. And then the next one that I do, whenever I close out my groups, I do this in particular for accountability groups, like the paid accountability groups, however you want to call it. But I always say, I want to let you know of some upcoming opportunities for you. Please comment below which option is going to be the best for you. And then I do A, B, C, D. And A will be like, I have a free group coming up on this date, because we're planned out like 3 months in advance, right, guys? So we could give them the next group for the next month. So I have a free group on this day, and then B would be like, I have a 21-day health and fitness accountability group on this date. C is, I want to help co-lead a group with you and pay it forward to other people. And then D is going to be, peace out, I'm going on my own, nothing against you, whatever I say. But then that gives them the opportunity to come back and we get a feel for how we can follow up with them whenever they comment below with that. So those are the 3 tips I have to converting from free groups to accountability groups. Jen, take it away, sister.
I love it. And I'm just gonna reiterate a couple of those because I have them on my list as well. And I think that it's always awesome to just go over them again. Those are great tips. I have number 1, make sure that the group is exciting as it gets. Guys, I have ran 62. I went back and looked, 62 challenge groups. Not all of them are going to be exciting. But you know what? The ones that I put my entire self into, the ones that I pour my heart into, and I love on everyone, and I'm involved, and I'm doing the cooking that I'm expecting them to do, and I'm checking in every single day, and I'm excited, and I'm the hype man, and I'm going live, those groups kill it. Those groups are where a majority of you guys that are my personally sponsored coaches have come from. So you got to think about that when you're running these free groups. These are where you're going to build your bonds. These are where you get to show your personality. So I do nightly drawings a lot of the time in my free groups. Doesn't have to be anything expensive. You can go to the freaking dollar store or whatever and buy fun straws or magnets or just things that you can pop in an envelope for 30. I don't even know how much a stamp is anymore. Whatever it is, pop it in the in the mail or whatever, and boom, they're getting a thank you card for participating. It's something free, whatever. Nightly drawings are always fun. I literally would have my kids draw names out of a hat. They now have the the way you can do it on the computer where you can plug all the names in and actually have it do it for you. Cool too. Going live often, doing whatever the theme is, showing your grocery cart, showing step by step. You've got to think of it as you're teaching them, right? So you're hosting this free group on whatever the freaking topic is, and it's your opportunity to teach. So whatever these groups are, make sure it's something that you actually like to do. Make sure it's something that you're passionate about, and teach. Use that opportunity to transfer your belief, just like Jen said. That is our opportunity to just like pour our all into it. The crockpot groups I love with everything in me, because my God, who doesn't like to come home to a cooked meal? Like, that is where it's at. If you can show them your grocery shopping, to your prepping for it, to your having it bagged up and ready to go, and how excited you are that you don't have to slave over a stove every single night, and just continually show them every step of your day. You're doing these things anyways, so why not show it to them and just show them how excited you are with it? So definitely that goes into keeping the group exciting, and love on your people. Love on them hardcore, just like Jen said. Number 2, referrals. Do contests that say, hey, tag me on your page in, if it is a meal that they're cooking or whatever, and tell us why you love this meal so much, and make sure you tag me. Or, invite 5 friends and your name goes into a drawing for a free prize at the end of the group, or, different things like that. Or if you think anybody in your circle could benefit from eating cleaner for this week or whatever, go ahead and join them. And this is why we have prep week, so that we can get all of these people to invite their friends and family, so they're not doing it alone. So referrals are huge. I get a lot of growth plus the referrals plus the excitement, and that always equals challengers. That's where I'm going with this. The more people that you get to, spread your joy to, the more opportunity you get to be told no, which is the more opportunity you get to hear a yes every now and then, right? So why not? Number 3, if you see someone killing it, you need to put that bug in their ear. You need to immediately, the first person that posts their freaking grocery cart, girl, I'm watching you, right? I am watching the first person that is brave enough to post their prepping. The first person, I am loving on them. I am all up in their inbox, letting them know how impressed I am. They're basically co-hosting this group with you. Give them a day. But hey, I'm gonna need you Wednesday night. Will you post this for me? Here's what you're gonna say. Will you post this for me? They love your energy, right? Why not? They're doing what you do anyways. Love on them. Make sure you let them know that they're already coaching, and that you've got your eye on them, and that they're now on your dream team. So you'll be joining me by the end of this group, right? Like this, they're already doing it. Just keep it going. Keep the excitement going. So number 4, at the end of every group, much like exactly what Jennifer said, I thank everybody so much for spending this past week with me. We had a blast. I'm going to leave the group open for a little bit. This is the very last post that I do. What's up next, right? Everybody wants to know what's up next. Comment below with which choice best suits you. Number 1, I had a blast and I want to move forward adding in fitness. Number 2, I had a blast and I want to move forward adding in fitness, and I'm curious about earning money by sharing my journey just like you do. Number 3, this group sucked. I'm out of here. Don't even add me to the next one. They're never going to say that. But you just put something in there for fun, whatever. Number 4, follow up with me in a couple of weeks to see if I'm ready for more. All right, this gives you opportunity. This is them saying, I might be ready for more. I'm just not ready right now. And number 5, keep me in mind for your next free group. You just want to give them options. You want to know where their mind's at. You want to follow up with them. And even if they do not comment below, I always tag everybody. I like to tag every single person that I added to that group just to make sure that they see the post. And then I follow up with them. Follow up is key, you guys. Thank goodness my coach followed up with me for an entire year and allowed me to tell her no for an entire year, right? So that's why I always say, you guys, no's are just not right now. So we have excuses. We're not ready. We have things going on in our lives that may prevent us from purchasing things. We have emotional things going on. Sometimes it's really just not right now, but it's easier to say no instead of going into all the detail. So don't discredit anybody ever. If they're willing to say, no, or talk to you about their goals, or, whatever, then just keep them in mind for future groups, and always go back to them and remind them that, you so enjoyed having them in your last group and you want them in your next group because of their energy. Making sure that they know that something else is coming up next. It's always nice to share your progress every day, sprinkling in fitness to your groups. Hey guys, join me live, right? That's another option that you can have. Join me live in one of my workouts this week. Here's the time I'll be doing it. Talk about accountability. Here's a Zoom link. I'll be working out at 8 o'clock, and people get on there and you're dying and you're sweating, and it's awesome. It's real life, right? And so I just want you guys to keep an open mind, but don't just add people to your groups and not do anything with those people. You need to make the most of your time in this private setting. They're no longer on your Facebook page. They're no longer, just watching you do your thing on your personal page. They're now in a group and they're ready for you to teach them. So that's what you got to do when you get them in there. So let's just open it up for questions. That's the only tips I've got. Really, it's just making sure that very last post, throughout the group, excite, and how you end that group is so vital. It's not just like, deuces, all right, guys, this group was great, see you next time. Absolutely not. Make them pick something. Here's your choices. You narrow it down to 3 if you want to, but here's your choices. Tell me what you want to do next. And people love to give their input and ask for their input. Is there anything I could have done to improve this group, right? So just some thoughts. Anybody got any other tips or tricks that they do to end groups well, to transition them to challengers? Oh, one last thing. On your personal page, while this group is going on, you should be inviting to your challenge group like crazy. And not even mentioning it in the free group, but you should definitely be on your personal page inviting to your challenge group, so that the curiosity, man, what is this you got going on? You got another group coming up? I don't want to miss out on that. What's this group all about? They're going to come to you and ask you, because it's on your personal page and they're watching the mess out of you when they're in your group, and you're staying in the top of their news feed. So make sure while you have a free group going on that you are constantly inviting to something on your page. All right, I'm gonna shut up. Anybody else got some tips? Did I miss anything, Pratt?
Legit, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any wording that you do to close out your groups that maybe is like a different, because you heard how I said it and then you heard how Jen said it. Do you guys say anything different? Do
you guys say anything at all?
Yeah.
How are you guys ending your groups? Is there anything that you think you might switch up? What's up, Kathy?
Yeah, I end my groups pretty much the same as you do, and still follow up personally in private messages as well as in the ending.
Good.
I'm still having a hard time converting from free groups to customers, though. I don't know about that whole closing thing from to actually get someone to purchase something is killing me.
How often? Okay, so maybe send me your wording. When somebody asks you about your group, so you're posting about your challenge groups on your page. Is somebody asking you about your challenge groups? You talk about the goals, and then it comes to, you tell them the suggestions. So send me what you would send somebody that says, oh, I want to lose, 25 pounds, feel better in my skin. I'm depressed. I want to learn how to eat better, whatever. Send me what you would send that person. And let's tweak the wording. I promise you, you could switch around 2 words and it'll change their entire outlook on what you say.
Well, and my problem is, and I don't know if anyone else has this, I get through all the questions, I get through all the, I get it, I've been there, empathizing, all of that, and then it gets to yes, I'm definitely interested, I send them the link, and the cost keeps them out every time.
So I always say, I want to talk about your husband. So I don't send the cost until after I give them the options. So what I do is we talk about everything. We go through everything. We're relating. We're best friends. We are crying together. We understand each other. We are on that level. And then I say, hey, you know what? These are your 2 options that I suggest for you. Number one, you have the all access pass. This is going to set you up for the entire year. This is going to give you long-term longevity. That's where it's at, because you're not going to reach that goal in 21 or 30 days, period. It's not going to happen. But if we get a year in, we've got all these different programs right at our fingertips. We are going to set up a plan for the entire year and go from one program to the next and to the next. And you're going to reach that goal. You're going to bypass that goal. And I'm telling you, you're going to help others do the same. Then you have your second goal. You get one program, and I go through that, right? Or your second option.
I do all that.
Which option is best for you? And then they say, okay, this is the option I think is best for me. Wonderful. Here's your link.
I do almost exactly that. People just don't want to spend the money.
I think it's
let
BS.
me know what your next free group is. I'll just keep doing free groups. It's like, ugh.
So maybe I talk a lot of crap. I think I do. I think that maybe tell them, listen, what are your let's talk about your hesitations. If you haven't heard from them since you sent them the link, go back and say, hey, listen, I understand hesitation, so I want to talk to you about what yours are. I want to help you work through this part too, because I know pulling the trigger is the hardest part to starting the journey. It's the start. That's the hardest part right there. Once you start, you're okay, but pulling that trigger to make an investment on you is the scariest part. So I want to talk about your hesitations.
Okay.
That's what I would do. I would go back to every single person who never responded again. And those are the people that, because I was that person for an entire year, Kathy.
I know.
I was that exact person. I'd go right back to them. Listen, talk to me about your hesitations. Talk to me about what's going on with you right now. Because you came to me for a reason, and I want to help you no matter what. And just work through them like that. Give them all that motherly love. I'm telling you. That's what they need.
No, go.
I
was just going to say, I've had a lot of I have no money, like 50 some odd of them last month. And I wrote them all down, and every single one of them I said, I completely understand. I know it's a big commitment. So how about I check in with you again in about a month or a couple months or whatever? How does that sound? Every single one of them said yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was a way to like say, I hear you and I understand, but let's stay in touch.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And one has already reached back with me and is now a challenger.
I love it.
In less than 30 days.
Got in their head. That's why it's got in their head. So every time they're thinking about, they're going out and they're spending money and they're doing this, that, and the other, they're thinking, I just told this girl I do not have the money to invest in getting myself healthier. And here I am. It's in their head. Every time I ordered damn pizza after I talked to Teresa, I was like, God, I hate this woman. Why does she keep bothering me? I want to be fat. Just leave me alone. Girlfriend likes to eat. And she just kept coming back. So I'm telling you, you're in their head. And once you get in there, it's a beautiful thing. So good for you, Allison. I love that.
Thanks.
I love it. Who else? How do you guys close your groups out? Maggie, Allie, Lisa, how do you close your groups out? God, I love that picture of her and her kid. She might just have us on mute and she's really not even listening to us. So let's just talk about Lisa for a minute. She's not paying attention anyways. You know, she told me when she became a challenger, she's going to return everything. She told me straight up. So listen, I'm going to go ahead and buy it, but I'm probably going to return it in a couple weeks anyways, because I really don't believe the stuff's going to work. I was like, cool, return it. I really don't care, because she asked a lot of questions, you guys, a lot of questions. She was one of those who dissected everything I told her and probably did research on it and then came back to me with very educated responses and swore she was going to return it. So you just cannot discredit anyone, you guys, I swear. I love it. All right.
Something I've been doing lately is when people give me their excuses, like in a private message or something, I'll make a post about it, like in general, about like saving money or something. Like, I didn't buy Starbucks for five days or whatever, and I had enough money, or just something like subliminal. So they look and I know they can relate to it when they see it. And it's not like calling them out, like, I saw you buy that LuLaRoe.
Right.
No, you can find that $1.99, but I don't know.
Your 20 pair of leggings, but you can't.
Don't get me started.
No, that's a really good idea. That really is. Like with time, with money.
Exactly. I'm going to do my outfit of the day 7-day challenge group again.
Love it.
And it's harder to relate that to Beachbody, but it's a way to connect with potential customers that are your friends on Facebook. So maybe a different way you guys could do a free group is to find something you really like doing that's not related to Beachbody and invite people to that, like something that you all have in common, like do a TV show talking thing, or like outfits that Bailey says hi. And it gets you talking with people. It gets a different group interested without talking about Beachbody.
Yeah, even talking, no food, no any of that involved. Getting organized, time management, book clubs, all those things.
Yeah.
All of those things. Think outside of the box. Allie's outfit of the day. That's what attracted me to her in the first place. I'm like, dude, this girl has to be on my team. Like, she compares her last year's outfits of the day to this year's, and you can see the transformation. And that doesn't directly say, hey, I'm doing, Beachbody programs and I'm a coach and blah, blah, blah. It's showing her transformation. So then they're going to go check out her page and be like, what are you doing? Like, this is a year. What have you done? And so that opens the door for questions. So I love that.
I'm a member of a big outfit of the day group. There's thousands of people in there, and I consistently post, and I've been telling a story with each post, not necessarily about my weight loss and stuff, but my followers have grown from that because I'm interacting with people that way because it's something that I like and it's something that I'm consistent with.
I love it. And that's what those groups of focus are for, you guys, to build the relationships that draw people into your personality that you actually bond with and like. So that's why it's so important to find groups that you actually have interest in, because then you're going to be able to connect more in there, right? You're going to be able to answer questions and ask questions more often because it's something you actually have freaking interest in. Imagine that. Instead of just going in groups and just hit, copy, paste, there's no point in that. So I love it. I love it. All right. Anybody else have anything? Any questions?
I have one more.
What's up?
Do y'all think like doing a craft of the day, a 5-day craft of the day group would be a fun group to do?
A what of the day?
Craft.
Oh.
I do crafts.
Yes. No, I didn't hear craft.
Craft.
Tricky thing, I heard crap of the. I was like, what the heck is Kathy up to?
No, I'm trying to think outside the box.
No, I think that's a really good idea, and you could teach them how to do that craft because you're super crafty. I love that idea. They always see you posting about your crocheting and like everything that you do, and you just updated your craft room.
I did. Yeah.
Highlight that bad boy. Absolutely. I think that's a great idea.
Kathy, I think the only thing you would need to do is to let them know in advance which crafts they're going to be so that they would be able to get supplies that they would need to do that. But I think it's an awesome idea.
Yeah, get the material, like here's the materials, and you have a prep week. Yeah, I would have a prep week for it so that they can gather their materials, and I love it. It's an awesome idea.
Okay.
I'll
have to think about that.
And you can go in your groups of focus if you belong to a lot of craft groups and stuff like that and be like, hey guys, I'm running this totally free group. I love crafts. You love crafts. Come join me. It's a week. It's free. I'll tell you what to get and we're just going to do some crafts together, right? And that builds your audience. And the whole time you're killing it on your page, posting those before and afters, going to Punta Cana, and bam, they're sold. They love you. I love it.
Okay.
It's genius. That's awesome, guys. All right. Well, I love it. Does anybody else have any more questions, comments, concerns?
Nope, I think we should all smile for a picture.
Oh, yeah. Hey, should we get our hair in there? Look at that. It's really
Mine won't fit. It's too high.
Your hair looks awesome, though. I love it.
Thanks.
Look at that. Well, wait. Oh,
Okay.
we got a situation. Oh.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Awesome.
Pratt, I had one question. I missed your very last question you asked your free group people. I was writing them down and then I lost it.
Well, I lost
my
my
paper
paper.
away. Sorry.
What does your current nutrition look like?
Thank you.
Welcome.
I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, guys. So I really hope that you are running groups monthly. I really do, because that is where your best challengers and your best coaches are going to come from. People who believe of what's in the box, who believe in the system and who have gotten that transfer of belief from you to them, right? That's where they come from. That's who succeeds in this business. And I wanted to just take 1 second to say, if you don't feel like you're succeeding in this business, I want you to be sure that you do a gut check. Okay, I want you to be sure that you're actually doing a power hour. We have the tools, you guys. We have the tools to run $1 million business if we take the time to figure it out, right? All the answers aren't going to be within this team. There's so many teams out there. There's so much information out there. YouTube is ridiculous. On your way to work, listen to somebody. Google top Beachbody coaches and just start listening. Throw in the podcast. Listen to personal development. Whatever, but do it. And I'm telling you, if you stop treating this like you only paid $140 to $199 to buy in, and start treating it like you just invested $2 million to buy your company, and you have to work your ass off to recoup that money. You have to work your ass off to gain the followers, to gain the customers, to make this a successful business. When you start working as if you just purchased a franchise instead of you just purchased a $140 to $199 package and that's it. When you start working the other way, I'm telling you guys, every single day I show up, I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with this business today? I'm excited every single day to figure out what can I do better. My weakness, following up. There's so many of them. If I had a system when I first started, I wouldn't be where I am today trying to freaking swim and find everybody and make sure I don't lose people and follow up. Start there. Power hour. Start there. Break it up if you have to, but we all have the tools. Use them. And I'm telling you, this business will do amazing things in your life, but you have to focus. You can't sit there and scroll on Facebook for an hour and call it your power hour. Action items, you guys, action items. I'm telling you, you have the tools out there. Google Power Hour. If you don't like any that you see in the team page, go find one that you do connect with, right? Find something that you connect with and somebody. There's so many coaches out there that are so freaking amazing. Go watch their YouTube videos. Start getting inspiration. Start getting new ideas, fresh ideas. I want to see your faces on team calls. I want you guys to start hosting team calls. Jen, you tired of hosting team calls? I'm freaking tired of hosting team calls. Who's doing next week's team call? 2 people. Who's doing it? Everybody's like, shit. Allison's trying not to make eye contact with me. Love it. Volunteers, we just need 2 people. Pick a topic and just run with it. I don't care what it is. Do you care what it is, Jen?
I don't care what it is. I mean, if it would even take the load off, maybe just like a 5-minute nugget that you want to share that you listen to in the National Wake Up Call or whatever. It's something that you can share with us, because when you are able to share it, it impacts you more and it impacts everybody else.
I want fresh voices. That's what I want. Fresh ideas. I'm tired of talking. Honestly, I'm like tired. Can you guys go find people to be guest speakers on our calls? Sunday nights, 9:00.
I'm doing my team call on the benefits of Shakeology and how we're talking about it. You want me to do that Sunday night too? I'll practice on Thursday and then do it.
I would love that, Kathy. Who's going to team up with her? Who loves Shakeology and has some information about it? I know.
I'm not. No. I'm not doing it.
No, we're not doing it. We're not doing anything. We quit. Kathy, who do you want to call? You're just going to pick a co-host. That's what you get to do. You get to randomly pick a co-host.
Okay, or if not, I'm practicing Thursday in my team meeting. So.
Okay, who's going to do announcements for Kathy? Who's going to collect announcements?
Someone can do that. If I'm going to do Shakeology, someone can.
Right, Amanda's going to do it. Amanda's like, shit. Right now, she's just like, Jen, we're already twins. Can't do this. All right, so Amanda is going to do announcements. She's going to collect them. Are you in the leadership thread, the little
No.
We're going to add you right now. Yeah, we're just going to add you. You just pop in there on Sunday and say, does anybody have any announcements? And you're going to collect announcements, and you're going to go through the back office, and if there's anything new that anybody shares on the National Wake Up Call or that you see in there, you're going to get everybody hyped up, and you're the hype man for Kathy, and you're going to introduce Kathy because you guys are going to start owning this bad boy.
Oh, great.
I love it. I love it.
I apologize in advance, ladies.
No, I love it. I can't wait. I'll set up the link. I'll do my part.
Yeah.
And I'll hit record, but you guys are going to freaking own it, and I can't wait. So, all right, you guys.
Oh,
it
Jesus.
is 9 minutes after our time. I think that you guys are all amazing. I hope you own your week. Be on the National Wake Up Call tomorrow. It will fuel your, if you can't join at 11 o'clock, listen to the recording. It will fuel your soul. Be on the live power hour at 7 a.m. if you can. Jen Pratt is ridiculous, amazing, contagious. Thursday's prayer meeting. If you guys have anything, this girl, I'm telling you, she's got a direct line. Like, boom. She right there. So anything you guys need, just reach out to us if you need us. Thank you guys all for hopping on and showing the initiative of being leaders. I will see you next week with Amanda and Kathy hosting. I love it.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.